Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
The Padres have won the first two games of this series with San Francisco. A big reason, Chris Denorfia, key hits in both the 3-2 win last night and the 4-1 victory in Game 1. And September, well, this is a month to reminisce, think back and think forward, and Bruce Bochy and his former star reliever, Trevor Hoffman, going over the hitters behind the cage before the game today. As we welcome you to beautiful Petco Park on a magnificent Wednesday afternoon, it's the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. The Padres now are 38-32 here at home, Petco, and if they could ever transpose that to road wins, the Padres would be in the thick of everything. Well, this afternoon, Nick Hundley will be behind the plate, and his bat has come alive.
It really has. It's been a pleasure to watch Nick Hundley at the plate. Why? He's seen the ball well out of the pitcher's hands, and the 3 for 5 with a double home run, 2 runs batted in this series against the Giants. He needs to keep it going. Will Venable had a great August. Hopefully he can keep it going in the month of September, but maybe Nick Hundley's going to be hot in the month of September. There's a reason why he's hitting .304 over his last 16 games, using the whole field and a little bit of pop to go as well. And Dick, the amazing thing to me is that Nick Hundley swinging the hot bat recently, he's got to worry about a pitching staff as well. He's got to go strap on the gear, get behind home plate where it's hot, doing a fine job calling a good big league ball game and swinging the hot bat as well. So it's nice to see Nick Hundley putting up good numbers offensively.
That new daughter of his must be sleeping through the night now. He looks well rested.
It's a good luck charm, I'm telling you.
Well, Tim Lincecum was not a good luck charm for the Padres last time he took the mound here at Petco Park. He threw a no-hitter.
Well, that no-hitter, July 13th, it was some great part of history that we got to witness here. The first career no-hitter for Timmy. 4 walks, he struck out 13, but 8 starts since. 3 and 4 with a high ERA of 4.69. Dick, he's had outings where after the no-hitter, 8 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He had an outing that you mentioned earlier, 3 2/3, 9 hits, 8 earned runs. Quite frankly, after the no-hitter, it's been up and down. It's been a roller coaster for Tim Lincecum. So really today, what type of Tim Lincecum will we see?
Right.
Hopefully the Padre hitters can be aggressive early in the count and get to him early and break up that no-hitter early.
It's interesting. In the last 2 seasons, no pitcher in the major leagues has lost more games than Tim Lincecum, and yet he's still one of the most feared right-handers. Well, Laura got out her Q&A book. She picked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions for Bud Black. Going to be interesting to see what the manager answers to those queries. Right now, coming up.
Welcome back to Petco Park. Game 3, the Padres looking to sweep the Giants today, and we're joined by Bud Black. We're going to do 5 great questions with Bud, and the first one, what animal would you like to be when you come back in another life?
What animal? A deer. A deer. A big one. A big deer.
Okay, nice. What's your dream meal?
Steak, baked potato, salad with blue cheese dressing.
Yummy. What's the best thing about being left-handed?
People always saying, "Hey, you're left-handed." I guess it's a conversation starter.
It just started a conversation with us. That's great. Hey, Mark Sweeney or Mark Grant?
Mark Sweeney, Mark Grant. Neither. Mike Pomerantz. I go Pomerantz.
And on a similar note, Celine Dion or Cher?
Are you kidding me? Cher. Cher all the way.
Why?
Hey, in my era, a little bit before your time, but Cher was happening. She was happening. She was great.
Thanks so much, Bud Black, for participating in 5 great questions. Hey, everyone, first pitch is just around the corner. Eric Stoltz on the mound for the Padres. Tim Lincecum on the mound for the Giants. Stay tuned. Dick Enberg and Mark Grant have the call.
And we welcome you to Petco Park. Final game of this 3-game series. Last visit from the San Francisco Giants. The Padres will close out the regular season up in San Francisco at the end of September. San Francisco Giants lineup is brought to you by Hyundai, and they'll hit in this order. Joaquin Arias to lead it off with Juan Perez, just called up from Fresno, batting second. Brandon Belt at first base. Hunter Pence will hit cleanup. Buster Posey, as you can see, is not in the lineup. He split the fingernail of the ring finger of his throwing hand last night. Pablo Sandoval, amazingly, has not hit a home run the last 80 games at third base. Brett Pill at left field. Hector Sanchez for Posey behind the plate hitting seventh. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, and Tim Lincecum will hit ninth against this Padre defense, brought to you by the Aramco Group. Amarista Fuentes in center. Venable in right field. All young athletes, especially Amarista in left field, Chase Headley, Cedeno at short. Jerko has committed only 4 errors all season and over 400 chances. That's the best second base defensive record in the big leagues. Jesus Guzman at first base and Nick Hundley behind the plate.
And the old left-hander, Eric Stoltz, making his 29th start of the year. Plain and simple, folks. Fastball down. Got to keep it down. That's what Darren Balsley said, the pitching coach for the Padres, and be economical. Eric Stoltz is in uncharted waters right now. He's never been this far in a season, this many starts, ever. And you know what? He's got to be economical also, Dick, because it's 83 degrees, it's humid, partly cloudy, traffic and weather on the 8s.
And Stoltz ready to go, and the first pitch of the game is in there for a strike. While his overall record is 8-12 for manager Bud Black, his home record here at Petco Park is a plus 5-3, 2.63 ERA. But the second pitch of the game is whistled into left field off the bat of Arias, and the leadoff man on for the Giants. Arias had a couple of hits last night and an RBI. Jordan Baker calling the balls and strikes, with Johnson, Welke, and Bill Miller replacing Field and Culbreth at third base. Juan Perez, the center fielder, steps up.
You know, Dick, getting back to Eric Stoltz, prior to this year, the most games that he started was back in the minor leagues in Las Vegas. 26 starts when he was property of the Los Angeles Dodgers. So, you know, this is a point in time where you get a little tired, right?
Well, he's 174 and 2/3 innings.
Yeah.
That's right up with the leaders in the National League. Perez 10 for 45 in his brief appearances here in the big leagues.
So a good chance for a foul ball.
That's an understatement. Everyone protected in the stands today because there are empty seats around. You have plenty of place to duck. An unusual Wednesday afternoon, late afternoon game. And with school in session, not many kids out here, although a chance right after that bell rings to close the school afternoon they could hustle over.
And not only is that guy cool wearing the white sunglasses, but now he's extra cool with that foul ball. Yeah, you got to drink a lot of water today. There you go.
Stoltz visits first base. The Giants start today one game behind the Padres in the NL West. They're 61 and 77. Final game of a road trip, 3-5 on the trip. The last 11 games here at Petco Park for Eric Stoltz. He's 5-2 with an excellent ERA, 1.91. So loves the home pitching. On the road, it's been tough. 3-9 on the road and an ERA over 5. Foul tip, strike 3. Perez down for the first out here in the opening inning.
One thing about Eric Stoltz that we've seen this year is when you take a look at his motion, I think he's done a great job of repeating that motion and not overthrowing. Pretty plain and simple. So he lands on his heel into his, it's almost like he's walking in his delivery towards home plate, nice and smooth. And here's the home and road split you were talking about, Dick. And I tell you what, if anybody's got an answer for that, please mail it to me.
It's like two different men,
Yeah.
two different pitchers on the road compared to here at Petco.
You know, even pitching coaches and managers say, you know what, that's one of those questions that's tough to answer. As you take a look at what Eric Stoltz throws, the fastball below 50%. So he relies a lot on his off speed, his secondary pitches to try to fool the hitters, keep them off balance.
And about 12 times a game, he'll throw that big, slow, tantalizing curveball. Brandon Belt, the hitter, the first baseman. Right back to the mound. Stoltz was going to go to second, but bobbled the ball and settles for the out at first base. Even then, it was a loose throw over to Guzman.
Yeah. You got to be firm with that throw. Try to use your natural throwing motion. He was thinking too, can't find the handle. Well, look at, they followed around, see what it eats. And then a little humpy hump. Ooh, that could have been a little dangerous, but he gets the out.
Guzman able to keep his toe on the bag for the second out, but Arias moves into scoring position for Hunter Pence, the right fielder who shares the RBI lead for the Giants with Buster Posey with 69. There's the slow curveball, hangs outside, 65 miles an hour. Pence, about as unorthodox as any player in baseball, and yet all the reports are away from the game. He's about as normal a man as you'll find. Nothing peculiar about him at all, just another guy.
Different cat at the ball yard, huh?
Just got the unusual stance, unusual swing, unusual warm-up. Unusual running style. Look at that widespread stance. Can you spread out a little wider there, Hunter?
And it looks like his pants are above his knee, his right knee.
I mean, he'd be fine if he were in the NFL.
Yeah, look at that. His kneecap below his. Looks like he's wearing some type of, I don't know what it is, below his knee there.
Three and 0 now to Pence, with first base open and Sandoval due next. That's a strike.
Very fluid, very free and easy for Eric Stoltz, painting that outside corner.
Pence starting for the 148th consecutive time. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it is the longest current string in the National League. And 3 and 2.
Bet you he throws him a changeup right here with Sandoval on deck. Want to put a buck on it?
Oh,
Come on, Professor.
That's a lot of money now. Come on. That could buy a hot dog. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
I owe you $1 as a fastball.
Invest it. Stoltz with a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. It'll be Venable, Amarista, and Jerko coming up for the Padres. Rallies from a 3-0 down to strike out Hunter Pence. Let's look at the Padre lineup. Brought to you by Toyota this afternoon. Will Venable will lead it off with Alexi Amarista, then Jed Jerko. Clean up Chase Headley back after sitting out 6 games with that sore back. Jesus Guzman will bat 5th, and Nick Hundley having a good series, 3 for 5, a home run and an RBI double. Ramon Fuentes in center field will hit 7th. The rookie Ronnie Cedeno having a nice little stretch here with the bat, 10 for 11. It will hit 8th, and Venable wastes no time. First pitch from Lincecum, line to center, and there goes the no-hitter. One pitch, and Venable slaps a sharp single up the middle.
And once again, we mentioned this in the pregame show, how Will Venable going the other way had a great August. That's just a pretty swing right there. Attacking the fastball in the zone.
Did you take Venable? You had the first pick.
No, I did not. I got this guy right here, Alexi Amarista.
All right, Amarista hitting 264. Oh, that's right. You used the old reverse psychology that's been so effective all year long.
My informant in the Padre dugout.
Oh, I'm going to tail you around and see who that guy
Gave you
is.
a little tip.
The mole.
Yeah.
Amarista with 5 home runs. It's that one deep down the left field side, but sails out of play.
Well, for Tim Lincecum, 28th start, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, 4-time All-Star. Lay off the splange. It's that split changeup grip that he uses. We can get into that a little later. And then get him to the middle of the plate. Talked to Mark Sweeney. We talked about Tim Lincecum. He said, you know what? If you get him in the middle of the plate, go to Hacken because this stuff moves so much. If it looks like it's going to be on the corner, lay off because it'll end up out of the strike zone.
Lincecum, now 29 years of age. After last year, a disappointing year, and cut that long hair. Bruce Bochy, the Prince of Poway. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. Not only the quick move from Lincecum, but how about Brandon Belt over there at first base? One of the luxuries of being left-handed, that snap tag after the catch. Tell you what, Will Clark was one of the best at doing that. J.T. Snow, one of the best. Wally Joyner.
There goes Venable. The throw by Sanchez. Not in time, and that's number 16 for Will Venable.
Well, that's why Lincecum was thrown over to first base so many times. They thought, Bruce Bochy thought that he might be going, and he does go. And he picked a good pitch to run on as well. That was a high breaking ball out of the hand of Tim Lincecum. And ooh, very close, very close.
That was close. Lincecum gives up a lot of stolen bases. And the Padres take advantage early.
Yeah, long stride, long arm swing for Tim Lincecum, even when he uses a slide step.
That's 19 out of 20 attempts stolen bases against Lincecum this year. 2-1, Amarista. 3-1.
And he throws a lot of off-speed pitches as well. That's why it could work to the advantage of the base runner stealing a base.
Jet Jerko next. Amarista on his way to first base and called back by Jordan Baker. That's a pitch we've been talking about all season long. The high pitch to most hitters, that's ball 4. But to Amarista, they call it a strike.
Right.
And that was, according to Fox Track, a legitimate strike called by Jordan Baker. Full count now to Amarista.
Yeah, you can see by the Southland Technology Fox Tracks, Lincecum getting those pitches up.
That gentleman winds up with a souvenir.
Everything middle and up. Up and away.
Venable with his lead, no one out here in the first. And that'll get him over to third. Lincecum to Belt for the putout. And the Padres can get a run on and out with Venable at third, 1 away. Today's Giants defense brought to you by Hyundai. Brett Pill gets a start in left field. Perez in center and Pence in right. Sandoval, Crawford, Arias and Belt on the infield. Hector Sanchez for Buster Posey behind the plate, handling the pitches of Tim Lincecum. No Jose Pagan in the starting lineup today, and Pagan had a big night last night. A single, double, and a triple, 3 for 5. Jerko takes strike 1. Jed is 0 for the last 14. This would be a good spot to break out of that mini slump. Get the Padres on the board.
Be interesting to see if that's the only fastball that Jet sees this at bat. First pitch, 89 for a strike.
Infield in tight.
Look like a little cutter or a little slider as you take a look at the infield.
Chance for Jed to pick up his 44th run batted in.
Hey.
Oh, not that way. It was off speed. No damage done in terms of the impact. So hit by pitch. Jerko aboard for Chase Headley.
Looked like a breaking ball that just got away. Turning into it. And he's just just anticipating the ball hitting him.
Because it wasn't full speed. He closed the eyes, it seemed, on super slow-mo quite quickly before the impact. Here's Headley back after 6 games off with a bad back. First and third with 1 out. And he takes a strike. Slider at 82. .240 overall, 239 left-handed, 241 right-handed, 240 total. That ball gets away from Sanchez. Here comes Venable to score. It's 1-0 Padres. On to second, Jed Jerko. Padres are gifted a run here in the first inning.
Oh, that's a very catchable ball for Sanchez. Wow.
So the absence of Buster Posey felt already by the Giants. As Venable comes in.
Check that glove. A frog with a tennis racket, maybe. Bouncing right out. Helping the Padres get on the board.
2-1 now to Headley. With Jerko in scoring position. Not many runs scored, and that's been typical of these two teams as the Padres won game 1 4-1 and edged out the Giants 3-2 last night. So getting that early run a key. Lincecum just misses there, and it's 3-1. Buster Posey appeared to have some after effects of a couple of mean foul tips last night, and then later took a pitch on his ring finger of his throwing hand, and they say he'll lose the fingernail of that finger. That's the splitter at 81.
Yep. Well, let's take a look at the pitch selection. Fastball just over 50%. The split finger, Tim calls it a split finger, but when we looked at his grip earlier in the year and through the years, it's almost like a change-up grip, but he calls it a split finger. The slider and the curveball coming in last place at 8%.
In the dirt again, and Headley walks. Headley leads the team in 3 passes. That's his 53rd. So a hit batsman and a walk here against Lincecum in the first. Let's go back to last night's game and a couple of foul tips. That one, a wicked foul tip off the bat of Hundley, and then on the bounce, that's the one that caught him in the finger. And any of you who've ever lost a fingernail know, no matter how tough you are, those
that hurts.
Incapacitating. And that was a break for the Padres because Posey's spot came up a couple of times with runners in scoring position after he left the game. And Sanchez struck out and tapped to the mound on those 2 occasions.
You know what that is for the Giants? It's a big leg hang with them.
For the whole team.
That's right.
Yeah, they're defending world champions.
Yep.
They got broad shoulders. They can hang with them. Jesus Guzman. Ex-Giant property. 8 home runs. None at Petco Park, which is amazing. He can't explain it. His record is much like Eric Stoltz and 2 different people home and away. Jerko at second, Headley at first. One and one. So the next pitch will be 20 already for Lincecum in the first inning. 6 for 15 and a home run against Lincecum for Guzman. Lincecum, with 13 losses this year, he had 15 a season ago, so 28 losses, more than any major league pitcher the last 2 seasons, and yet he pitches a no-hitter.
Great game, isn't it?
Yes, sure is. And what's the answer for that?
That's baseball.
There you go. 2-1, 3-1.
Think of all the great pitchers throughout the course of history of baseball. I mean, that didn't throw a no-hitter.
Oh, absolutely. And then you get a pitcher like Bobo Holloman for the St. Louis Browns, pitched a no-hitter in his debut, and I don't think he ever won another game.
No. How about Johnny Vandermeer pitching back-to-back no-hitters?
Ground ball to third, knocked down by Sandoval. Everyone's safe. Potential double play ball, but Pablo couldn't come up with it cleanly. We'll see how they score it.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Pablo Sandoval is a darn good third baseman. We've seen him make many, many great plays down there at the hot corner. This is a 1-hopper, 2-hopper. They are going to give him a hit, looks like.
Yep, Guzman credited with the infield hit. The bases are loaded for Nick Hundley. Hundley in the series, 3 for 5. Long home run on Monday night. He had a single, RBI double off the center field wall, and a walk last night, 2 for 2.
You know, it always seems like Tim Lincecum has that one inning to where it really kind of messes things up as you take a look around the horn. Padres 1 hit can really put a multiple crooked number up here in this inning. But hopefully that, you know, for the Padres' sake, this is the bad inning for Lincecum.
That ball lined into the left field corner, and it is a foul ball. Just foul. That would have given the Padres at least 2 more. He didn't miss a 2-bagger by much. That's down out of our sight line. That left field corner is blocked from our view here in the press box. Let's take a look at it from a different angle. How close? About 2.5, 3 feet. Runners return. Jerko to third, Headley to second, Guzman at first. Big hole in right center field for Nick Hundley. Oh, look at that pitch that he just fouled away. 2-1.
Yeah, good call, Dick. Look at where he's playing on the second shortstop side of second base, and that big hole right there.
That would clean the bases. Drive one to the railing in front of the sandbox. 2-2. 1 out, bases loaded, a run home for the Padres here in the first.
Nick going a little heavy on the eye black today. Cut down on the glare. That's a big league look. I like the traditional eye black, not those patches that they got that kind of stick. They're kind of like
you want them to drip a little bit when you perspire.
It's got semi Alice Cooper look right there with the little. There you go.
Chopped off home plate, and it's a foul ball. Foul ball.
Oh, Sandoval trying to sell it, but it's where the ball is touched. He touched that in foul territory, therefore a foul ball.
It's a big opportunity for the Padres to not just get one, but get a big number early against Lincecum.
Yep. And continue to get that pitch count up. 28th pitch coming in this first inning for Lincecum.
Venable led off with a single. Amarista bounced out after Venable had stolen second base. Then a hit batsman, a walk, and an infield hit to load him up. Struck him out. So 2 away. And it's up to Ramon Fuentes, the rookie center fielder.
Well, the pressure is on at Tim Lincecum. First pitch, breaking ball. Let's keep an eye out how many off-speed pitches. That looked like something off-speed. Off-speed again. He's not going to want to try to challenge Nick Hundley. Off-speed pitch again. Now going the other way. Got him on the split finger. That last pitch, you can see the dip there. I think he even threw him one fastball that at bat.
Swinging a miss for Fuentes. The interesting, well, he's interesting in a lot of ways. Lincecum, who's a very modest guy and a private sort of person. He doesn't like to be recognized in public, but he's doing something this year he's never done before as a pitcher, and that's study video. Until this year, wouldn't want to look at the opposing hitters, but he's now doing his homework. Chad Godin has encouraged him, the fellow pitcher, to say, hey, you got to look, you can learn something here.
It could only help you, you'd think, right?
Yeah.
And as Dave Righetti, the pitching coach, looks on.
0-2. 1-2 to Fuentes. He hasn't seen many splitters like that down at Tucson or San Antonio. Had his first hit up at Dodger Stadium over the weekend. Two and two. Chance for the Padres to bust it open here in the first inning. Struck him out. So with the bases loaded and one out, Lincecum able to strike out Hundley and fan Fuentes, and the Padres settle for one.
Giants. And news today on Cameron Maybin. Bud Black announced that he'll actually have surgery on his right wrist coming up on Friday. Dr. Pacelli consulted with Dr. Krimchek's hand specialist in Cincinnati, and they decided that a procedure to remove some loose particles in the hand, clean up the joint and that wrist a little bit, seems like a procedure that will take care of the issues that he's had over the last couple years with this wrist. And there's still an outside chance to play winter ball. Bud said Cam really wants to get back out there as soon as possible. He could do this in December, but he really wants to get this behind him. And of course, the knee is also an issue, that PCL injury. But Bud said the PCL doesn't really require surgery, so that's more of a rest thing. That'll just take some time, and they're hoping that they can shore up the wrist situation before spring training next year, guys.
Well, that's a disappointing season for Maybin. 14 games able to play between the knee and the wrist. Wrist was early and late. Pablo going after that high fastball. It's 2-2.
Yeah, we wish Cameron well, and talked to him yesterday. He said he was hoping to go play in Venezuela some winter ball, get some ABs, and be ready to go in Peoria 2014.
Into right field for a base hit as that slow curveball timed well by Sandoval, who waited back on it and punched it to right field.
That's not an easy pitch to take it the opposite way. Right-handed hitter, switch hitter Sandoval, taking this ball. As you take a look, the looping curveball, and then go. This guy's amazing. You know, usually that's a ball you're going to try to pull because it's coming down and into the right-handed hitter. Somehow, he inside outs that ball and singles to right. Go figure.
Engulfed it for a base hit. Brett Pill, 227 hitter, takes a strike. Also on the injury news, Yonder Alonso had that right hand examined yesterday, and good news is it does not require surgery. A cortisone shot yesterday, and he'll be out for a couple of weeks. Hopes to be able to play before the end of the year. To short, Cedeno, tough hop. There's one. Back to first. A double play. Almost handcuffed Cedeno. Good hands by the shortstop.
You know, I love the double play just like you did, but and I mentioned the footwork around the bag, but I also love the flip throw. I mean, going down under Laredo from Cedeno, catching that ball, two hands, and then I just love that. The buggy whip.
I do too.
And accurately thrown to second base. Man, that's some kind of nice.
We had a shot during this homestand of Ozzie Smith. One of the great plays, going into the hole and almost falling toward third base and buggy whipping it to second base. This is Hector Sanchez, which hitting catcher. Fly ball to right, slicing toward the line and into foul territory. Sanchez, switch hitting catcher for Buster Posey. Go Cats. Stoltz takes to a 1-0 early lead. Went through August 5 starts without a victory. His last win was July 14th, the day after Lincecum pitched the no-hitter. Right field. Venable with an easy play. And the Padres come up with a 1-0 lead with Cedeno leading it off. Three pitches in that first inning. Our cold hard fact brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Lincecum, one of 5 pitchers to allow at least 8 earned runs in their first start after pitching a no-hitter. After 148 pitches here in Petco, the next time out against the Reds, in 3 2/3 allowed 8 earned runs. Ronnie Cedeno, Eric Stoltz, and Will Venable to bat for the Padres in the second. Cedeno, 18 for 63. He's done a good job replacing Everett Cabrera, both in the field and at bat. And he's hit safely in 10 of the last 11 games. Ooh, that went off the glove of Sanchez as well.
Well, the one thing I've noticed about Lincecum is that not a lot of fastballs. See if these Padre hitters get at least one fastball to rip at. That was a change up there.
And it's a game plan. Next time around, it may be all fastballs.
Sure.
They say that while his fastball has decreased in velocity through the years, that this year he's found a couple of miles to add on to it, up in around 93. Split finger low and away. .92 his fastest thus far. Full count. And it continues to have trouble finding the strike zone. Hit Jerko, walked Headley. That ball hit well to left field, high and deep, and Cedeno will touch them all. Number 2 with the Padres, number 3 on the season for Ronnie Cedeno, and San Diego leads it 2-0.
There was no doubt about that one. We mentioned the fastball. You got a fastball there, just poorly located. Boy, Cedeno gets extended. Folks, that went up in the upper deck there, above the walkway.
So he continues his terrific hitting.
Yeah, you don't see too many up that area. That ball jumped out of here.
Eric Stoltz, good hitting pitcher. He has 9 hits. A ball and a strike.
Well, hopefully the Padres can make up from that first inning, leaving them loaded. A hit would have at least scored 2 runs.
Josh Burns did a great job in finding Cedeno, who had been cut by the Houston Astros, and became an insurance policy with Cabrera suspended. Easy out there at first base off a slow roller. Eric Stoltz, 1 away. That brings up Venable, and by the way, Venable with that hit in the first inning, that was his 111th hit, a career high. He had 110 last year, and he's got some games yet to add on. And he was a top candidate for Player of the Month in August and didn't get it. Martin Prado edged him out. Prado also had terrific August at 374, 4 home runs. He had, compared to Venable, 367 and 8 home runs, and somehow Prado wins that.
Well, 30, doubled up on him on RBIs with 30, Prado did.
So the Arizona Diamondback veteran edges out Venable. Deserving.
Yep.
At least it went to an NL West. It's tough for the Western players to get the Eastern votes.
Yep.
They measured Cedeno's home run at 426 feet. It was a blast. Chases the ball in the dirt. Sanchez will record the out at first base. 3rd strikeout for Lincecum. That brings up Alexi Amarista.
No problem getting loose for any of the players out there. Tim Lincecum working up a lather.
We get many days here in our great city with 83 degrees at the ballpark. How warm is it out there in East County?
You know what? I got a text from my wife, El Cajon area, 106.
Wow. That's Palm
from
Springs temperature.
From the car thermometer, you know, on your dash. 106.
You get some rain out of those thunderheads?
Yes. Got some serious rain about 12:30, 12:45. Came down in buckets.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, they need it.
How do you identify the buckets? I mean, how do you know that they're actually buckets? Is there a key to that?
No.
It's like cats and dogs.
That's right, yeah. There they are looking out east.
And Marista with the count 1-2. See this home run by Cedeno from home plate to landing zone, 426 feet. Second or third row above the aisle. We've monitored that before. 100 miles an hour, you're looking at home run bat speed on ball. And Marista hanging tough, 1-2. And forcing the pitch count now, 51 already for Lincecum. And he gets him. A couple more strikeouts, but Ronnie Cedeno adds to the Padre lead with his second San Diego home run. And after two here at Petco, the Padres 2, the Giants nothing.
Over the Giants after Ronnie Cedeno just knocked in a solo home run. And time now for our AT&T Twitter poll question. And of course, injury is a part of this game, so we're asking you, which is the toughest position to replace on the field? And these are your choices: pitcher, catcher, shortstop, or center fielder. Make sure you use the hashtag replace, and then also your choice in a hashtag as well. Tell us why. And hey guys, this is a tough question. I might go with a catcher though. What do you think?
You know what, Laura, that is a tough question because Dick and I talk about it quite a bit, about how a team's got to be strong up the middle. Catcher, second, short, center.
Oh, that ball is drilled to right field, and when it comes down, the Giants have their first run, a home run for Brandon Crawford, number 9. He got all of it.
Just off the fair pole, middle in, Crawford gets his hands through quickly. Fat part of the bat on it. The sound is good. The result is good for Crawford. You can hear it off the pole. That's where Eric Stoltz has to stay out of the zone. Middle in, righties and lefties alike.
Looked as if that was off the rocket ball pole.
Off the golf shaft?
Yeah. So it's a 2-1 game. Tim Lincecum, the batter.
But you know, Laura, getting back to your point, you know what? I'm going to go shortstop. I mean, if you lose a really good shortstop, I'm sure there's an argument for a catcher, pitcher. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Dick, how about you?
That's a tough question. Yeah.
So many things a shortstop does. That's why, and a catcher too, handling a staff.
It's between those two. I mean, pitching, you've got a big staff.
Yeah.
Catchers are rare birds and a really outstanding shortstop as well. As Lincecum strikes out, third strikeout for Stoltz. And here's the leadoff man, Joaquin Arias. He singled in the first inning to open the game. Tough shadows, huh?
Yeah. And the batter's eye as well. Batter's eye just has a strip of sunlight diagonally.
I would think that this makes that split finger of Lincecum's and the breaking stuff of Stoltz much tougher to pick up.
Here's what I'm talking about. Look at the batter's eye. Sunlight right there. Shade right there and there. So
high fly ball to center. Fuentes with the catch. 2 away. Brings up center fielder Juan Perez. Struck out the first time. 2-1 the score. Padres leading, trying to sweep the Giants and even the season series. Giants currently 8-7 overall. Head to head. Way out in front is Perez. Oh, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if the Dodgers in Colorado are playing a day game or a night game up at Coors Field. Guess who's starting for the Dodgers tonight?
Don Sutton.
Edinson Volquez.
I was going to say Volquez.
Didn't they do a nice favor for Volquez to have him pitch for the first time in a Dodger uniform in a place where he doesn't pitch very well? It is a night game, by the way.
Yeah, that's a 6:40 start in the Mile High City. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
I mean, there's been a magical season the last 3 months for the Dodgers. Let's see if that dust, magic dust, rubs on Volquez. That's a place he just does not like to pitch. He's got an ERA of about 9 there this year. 3-1 now. The count on Perez. Sharply hit. Backhand Cedeno. Strike to first for the out. But Brandon Crawford's 9th home run of the season cuts the Padre lead to 2-1. And welcome back to Petco Park. Tim Lincecum and Eric Stultz dueling at 2-1 Padres. Jed Jerko, then Chase Headley and Jesus Guzman in the last of the third. Jerko hit by a pitch the first time. He flies that one foul, not a play. Jed is 0 for the last 14. Average now at 244. Looking for his first hit, obviously, in this series. Padres swept the Giants earlier this year at Petco, trying to repeat that accomplishment.
That would be nice.
'89 on that fastball.
See, this is where I think it would be most difficult to hit because the batter's eye now is half and half. Lincecum's in the sunlight. Jerko's in the shade.
To center field and hit well. Long run for Perez, and he can't get there. Bounces over the screen, and a ground rule double for Jed Jerko.
No problem for Jerko seeing that pitch out of the hand of Lincecum. A nice result as well. The 24th double for the second baseman. Hey, we talk about mistakes. That is a high mistake. Look at the eyes, like saucers. Look out on the beach.
So leadoff double for Jerko. The Padres try to get that run back. Brandon Crawford's home run. Chase Headley walked the first time and lines this one to second. And Jerko scrambles back to the bag. Brings up Jesus Guzman.
Tell you what, as a base runner at second base, you hear crack of the bat. It's like, okay, I could possibly score, but that's why it's so hard. Infield coaches at first and third, do not go on the line drive. Freeze on the line drive. And that's why
your instincts say
exactly.
Go.
Yeah. Yep.
It is tough. Guzman, an infield hit off the glove of Sandoval at third base. First time up. Fastball strike. Has a home run off Lincecum and is 6 for 15.
You know, we've gotten reports of the weather. El Cajon is hot as 106. Jimmy Tatum, former Padre, checking in from Santee, 103. And via Twitter, Jeff Murray says it's so hot, a lizard jumped on my tailpipe to cool off a bit. Nice going, Jeff.
How hot is it?
That's one of the better ones I've heard. Well, hopefully the Padre bats can get hot here.
2-1 now to Guzman after the visit Sanchez out to Lincecum.
And that sand can get a little hot on the dogs too.
Yes, it can.
Doesn't seem to be affecting that little tyke. Looks like he hit his ball out of bounds and he's looking for it.
2-1 the count, 2-1 the score.
You know, sometimes Lincecum falls off to the side. Remember, speaking of Edinson Volquez, right? Pitching for the Dodgers tonight. One of the things he did mechanically, as Nick Hundley waits on deck, he fell off a lot to the first base side. It would mess up the release point. Seems like that happens to Tim Lincecum at times as well. Rather than going straight towards home plate. That was a little better.
3-2.
That was the split finger.
It's so effective, you almost wonder why he doesn't use it more.
Yeah. He threw it a lot that night for the no-hitter. A lot of swings and misses, hence the 13 strikeouts. There it is.
Ball 4. Guzman is on. Second walk from Lincecum. And Nick Hundley steps up. Runners at first and second. Bases loaded the first time Nick was at bat and just missed a big double into the left field corner, barely foul, and then struck out. Chance to impose some damage as the shadows continue to grow across Petco from left to right. Ground ball backhanded by the shortstop on the second, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. Crawford, Arias to Belt, and the Padres are gone in the third.
Couple of the club's affiliates will start the playoff ride tonight, and of course that's AA San Antonio and the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. So Class A team in Fort Wayne each begin their series tonight, and the Missions, armed with the league-leading 3.20 ERA, will play Game 1 of the best-of-5 series at Corpus Christi with 20-year-old staff ace Matt Whistler on the mound. The Tin Caps clinched a playoff spot with a 43-26 first half, began the best-of-3 series at Bowling Green in the Midwest League. And one of the things that Bud Black said today is Josh Burns is there in San Antonio and A.J. Hinch is out there in Fort Wayne, and they may look to call up a couple more players, guys. Not necessarily pitchers. They've already got plenty of those, but maybe some position players to look out for.
Well, good luck to those two minor league clubs. And, of course, that's Tyson Ross's younger brother, Joe Ross, pitching for Fort Wayne in the opener.
Yeah. That's exciting for those kids. You know, you start winning the minor leagues and you get it in your blood, right? Each level you want to start winning and continue that at the big league level. As we take a look at Tyson.
Tyson will be pitching on Saturday against Colorado. 1-1 the count to Brandon Belt. And he belts one to right, and that'll fall on a hop to Venable. And the leadoff man on once again. That's the fourth straight time the leadoff man is hit safely for the Giants against Stoltz.
Really quick to the baseball there. It didn't sound like it was off the sweet spot. Actually, Belt gets jammed a little bit, but elevates it to the outfield for the knock. And when you're swinging the bat well like Brandon Belt is doing, those are going to fall in.
Brings up Hunter Pence, struck out the first time. That's a strike. So Arias singled to lead off the first. Sandoval singled to start the second. Crawford homered to begin the third. And now Belt with a leadoff base hit in the fourth. Good block by Hundley.
Stoltz really slowed up his arm action on that curveball. 67 mile, you can really see it. And hitters, you know, they could pick that up.
In there, 1-2. 88-mile-an-hour fastball. All the Tommy John surgery, it's easy to overlook since it happened so long ago that Stoltz Had Tommy John back in 2004. Just off the plate on the outside, says umpire Baker.
Hey, Dick, wouldn't it have been awesome if there was a pitcher by the name of Sam Liederkranz who had that surgery?
That's right.
Hey, well, he's going to be out for the year because he's having Sam Liederkranz surgery.
Or Bernie Mazzola surgery.
That's right. But no, it had to be Tommy John. I remember meeting Tommy one year in the minor leagues for when I was playing with the Giants over in Scottsdale. It's kind of neat to sit down and chat with you.
Amazing record.
Yeah. Great career. After that surgery, went on to pitch, 10 or 11 more years?
Slow curveball pounded deep to left field, and that's way out of here. The Giants take the lead on a long home run by Pence, his 18th of the year. (3-2) San Francisco. That ball landing just about in the same spot as Ronnie Cedeno's home run. Second deck.
No, with the lefty, Eric Stoltz, you can see that his body's really starting to go forward. Hunter Pence keeping his hands back, but speeding up the bat of Hunter Pence. That's why Eric Stoltz, whenever he throws that breaking ball down into righties, he's got to make sure it's near the shoe tops or maybe even lower.
Next pitch, Sandoval into the left field corner, but that's going to fall just into the seats away from Amarista. So the single belt, and Hunter Pence with a long home run now leads the club with 71 runs batted in.
Just didn't get that sweeper, that curveball down enough.
Sandoval singled to right field his first time. You would think that Sandoval could hit a home run blindfolded in 80 games. One home run in 80 games. Fly ball shallow and left. Cedeno backpedaling out to make the play for the first out here in the fourth.
Well, you saw those numbers. Sandoval against Stoltz, .556 average. Well, Eric Stoltz making a good pitch to lower that average. A weak fly ball in the infield.
Brett Pill grounded into a double play, 6-4-3 first time. Off day tomorrow, folks, and then the Rockies are in town for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night, Bert Smith, the young right-hander, will be on the mound. 6:30 our broadcast time here on Fox Sports San Diego against Juan Nicasio, who's 8-7. Saturday night, 5:40 game will be on the air at 5. Tyson Ross against Tyler Chatwood. A looper, Jerko racing out into right field, can't make it. And a bloop hit for Brett Pill with one out. Just out of the reach of Jerko.
Not catching that one is a tough pill to swallow for Eric Stoltz. Looks like he made a good pitch just out of his reach. Oh, he may have caught leather on that. Tough to tell. Good effort by Jed.
Disappointed he was unable to make the catch. Phil pleased that he has a scratch single. Hector Sanchez flied to right the first time. And that ball's hit hard and high deep to left center field, and that ball is gone. Sanchez with his third home run, and the Giants have struck for 4 runs here in the fourth. And they now lead it 5-1. Number 3 for Sanchez.
Yeah, once again on contact. That looked like a backdoor breaking ball, maybe even a changeup that just got hung up there. And Eric will be the first one to tell you, if I'm going to throw off speed, change up or breaking ball, it's got to be on the corners. It's got to be down. Sanchez takes a good hack on that mistake.
Mark Grant, this is evidence that the long season, the longest ever, most innings ever pitched by Eric Stoltz, may be taking his toll. He'd given up only 12 home runs all year.
Yeah.
And has allowed 3 in this game. All 5 runs on home runs for the Giants.
You know, it's a good thing, bad thing for Eric Stoltz. Obviously, when a pitcher, this is the first year Eric Stoltz has been wire to wire. Opening day on the roster, getting the ball every 5th day, and he's going to end up, right, on this roster at the end of the year. He's never done that in his career. And it's going to take its toll because he's, as I mentioned earlier, this is an area where he hasn't experienced at the big league level for a full year.
Giants.
It's not a bad thing.
3 home runs. That is equal to their high this year 3 times. And now have jumped in front 5-1.
Sometimes when pitchers
5-2 rather.
When pitchers are going through this, they'll kind of skip their bullpen session in between starts, but just play catch, just to keep the arm loose and get that arm swing and get that release point and feel the breaking ball, feel the changeup. Been many times when pitchers don't answer the bell with their bullpen session in between starts.
Crawford, home run off the foul pole in right, his first time. 2-2 it remains. Padres got a run in the first. Venable a single, stolen base, ground out, and scored on a pass ball. Ronnie Cedeno the home run. A long shot to left field, upper deck in the second for a 2-0 lead. Crawford a homer to right in the third. 2-1, and now 2 2-run shots. Hunter Pence and Hector Sanchez for the Giants. High fly ball, shallow and right. It's Jerko backpedaling for the second out. And that'll bring up Lincecum, benefiting from the home run support today. Lincecum now has a 5-2 lead.
How hot was it at home today when you left? Did you look at your thermometer at the car?
No, I really didn't. It was comfortable. I took my walk this morning. It was, got a night when you were in the shade of nice ocean breeze.
105 in Poway. So all over the county, it's hot.
Remember how uncomfortable it was up in Los Angeles. It's
yeah.
continued to be very boiling up there now.
It was so hot.
How hot was it?
My underarms went from sure to undecided.
You had to stick your head in the oven just to cool
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
0-2 now to Lincecum. And a strikeout for Stoltz, but the damage done. After the single by Belt, Hunter Pence with this long shot for a 2-run homer, then a single pill, and Sanchez a home run. 5-2 Giants. Your San Diego County Lexus dealer, inviting you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. By Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Farmers Insurance. Contact your local agent at 888-96 Farmers. Well, the Padres were sailing along with a 2-0 lead, but the Giants' home run power, they flex that muscle, and it's 5-2 as Fuentes leads it off in the bottom of the 4th inning against Lincecum. Struck out the first time. Cedeno and then Stults scheduled in the Padre 4th. There's that splitter. Welcome to the majors.
And we know from Tim Lincecum in the past, if he gets comfortable with that secondary pitch, he's going to throw it quite a bit.
There's a base hit to right field off the bat of Fuentes. That's a good start here in the bottom of the 4th inning. His second big league knock. Brings up Ronnie Cedeno.
Well, that pitch kind of hung up there for Raymond Fuentes as he pulls that ball nicely.
Chance to show
his speed, yeah.
His goods.
That was the split finger up and away, but he hooks that ball sharply to the right side.
A combined 35 stolen bases in the minor leagues. San Antonio and Tucson. Cedeno, the long home run, the first at bat. Good stop by Sanchez.
Did you see Sanchez? That was pretty funny. Off with the mask, quick like a puma to get that baseball and freeze Fuentes at first base. He's got some energy behind home plate, doesn't he?
It was dramatical.
Yeah.
Theatrical. Fastball right there. Only 220 in 51 games with Houston, and the Astros released him. Josh Burns there to pick up his services and a valuable replacement for Everett Cabrera.
How about those numbers in Houston at that yard?
Sandoval twists and turns, gets one there, but only the one. Tough play to double up Cedeno, who's safe on the fielder's choice. Brings up Eric Stults. Grounded out to first.
Cedeno broke his bat on this one. Sandoval actually spinning the opposite way. Arias hanging in there.
2-hop throw to first.
Yeah. Nice slide, though. Good, clean slide by Fuentes.
Will Venable, leadoff hitter on deck. Cedeno trades places with Fuentes. 1 out. Good bunt. Sandoval to Arias as Cedeno moves up. And Venable with a chance to cut into the 5-2 lead.
I'm thinking Will Venable's going to get a healthy dose of split fingers. Well, with the 5-2 lead, Lincecum might try to get ahead with the fastball away.
Bell singled, Venable singled, stole second, and came around to scoring a pass ball in the first inning. Struck out the last time.
Let's take a look at that grip. There it is, Dick, right? Two-seam action, the split finger grip with the thumb up on the side just a little bit. And the idea there is to stay on top of the baseball and just throw it like your fastball. The ball will come out in a way where it tumbles a little bit. And that's the beauty, because that one tumbled down and in almost like a little cutter or slider. And sometimes you'll get it where it tumbles down and away from the lefty as well. Watch how this one kind of cuts in a little bit.
That's a looper, but the second baseman Ari is able to go out and collect it for the out, and that's the fourth inning for the Padres. They get a leadoff hit from Fuentes, nothing more.
Fuentes record his second big league hit. His first one, of course, came in L.A., and his buddy Rene Rivera pulled some trickery, throwing the ball he hit, or pretending to, back in the stands. And, of course, there's Fuentes thinking, where'd the ball go? But here's Rene Rivera explaining it in our Geico quote of the game.
No, actually, I didn't see it, and I told him, hey, I messed up, man. Like, what you do? Like, I messed up, I threw the ball out, and Alex Amarista was by me, and he said the same thing. Everybody was like, oh, all right, man, it's all good. But I saw the replay after the game, and he knew it was a switch it up.
Well, that's the veteran players love to pull that on the young rookie. He got his baseball and the lineup card from Bud Black. His souvenirs off the ankle of Stoltz. Now he has to try to cover and can't, as the throw from Guzman is behind him, backed up by Hundley. That'll be an infield hit for Joaquin Arias, his second hit today. Against the Dodgers, a sharp single off Belisario, the first hit for Fuentes. Then they call for the ball, and you'll see it. It's passed along and then into the dugout.
And then Rene Rivera had a ball already in his right hand, so he turns and throws the ball in the stands. Nicely done. Love it.
Forbidden ball trick, huh?
Yeah.
8 hits now for the Giants, 3 of them home runs. Juan Perez has struck out and grounded out. Brad Brock begins the throw. That's lined into the corner and is a foul ball. That landed almost in the same spot as Nick Hundley's with the bases loaded in the first inning. That could have turned this game inside out. Padres had already scored a run and bases full, and Hundley hit one down there very close to 2 or a 3-run double.
And once again, that was that breaking ball from Eric Stoltz. A little slider, just didn't get it in enough.
Stoltz to second. 1. Back to first, not in time. Perez a good runner. Safe on the fielder choice. And here's Brandon Belt, a single, and then scored on Pence's home run in the 4th. Cozy crowd on this Wednesday afternoon. Nevertheless, the Padres will pass the 1.9 million mark this afternoon. Averaging about 1,000 more per game than last year. Pablo entertaining his teammates.
Brandon Crawford's like, really, dude? That's what that's what I miss about being around the guys and being on the bench and just yucking it up. And
oh, I bet you were one of the best at that.
Watching a game. Yeah, it was fun, especially out in the bullpen as well.
Two 2-0 to Belt. Three 3-0. And a strike call. 3-1.
He bounced back. One good pitch here. Grounder, double play. Almost think you're going to have to throw a spotted fastball here. Down and away to Belt. Yep.
Left center field. It's slicing to the left fielder, Amarista. And scrambling back to first is Perez.
And that it was a fastball away. Bouncing back from 3-0.
Hunter Pence, no doubt about this one. Second deck, left field. Number 18, as he's trying to hit the 2020 mark, home runs and stolen bases, has the 21 steals. Become the 6th man to wear a Giants uniform to log 20 homers and 20 steals. Both Papa and son Bonds did it. Willie Mays, of course. Two strikes on Pence. Fastball inside. Well, it was nice to see the Pirates last night with a win. They clinched their first non-losing season. 81 wins now for them in 21 years.
Boy,
and of course, they'll have a winning season.
Right, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. They lead the Cardinals by 2 and the Reds by 3.5. And they won't have a losing season. So all of sports, professional sports in our country, that was the longest losing game. Easy steal. Big break by Juan Perez. Not even a throw from Hundley.
And he went on first movement from Eric Stoltz. That leg kick from the left-hander. If he goes over to first, that's just to hang with him. You keep going. He's got some speed there.
First major league steal.
Yeah, even though there was no throw down there, you can tell he can pick him up and put him down.
Center field. And over the head of Fuentes. He ran back for it as if he had it, and the ball just kept carrying, and the Giants get another run. It's 6-2. Third RBI for Hunter Pence today. A double over Fuente's head. Didn't seem like he broke back on that as if he was going to make the catch.
Well, Pence went down and got a changeup. It looks like he may have drawn leather on it. I thought that was a catchable ball for Raymond, just off the glove. And you know, the ball is traveling today very well to the outfield.
And with that, Stoltz travels to the locker room as a rough outing for Eric Stoltz. He leaves 6-2 Giants.
The San Diego Padres may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
This Giant 6-2 lead wiping some of the happiness off the faces of our Padre fans, but plenty of time to go. Brad Brock trying to steady the ship. Pence with the RBI double, home run and a double, and 3 runs batted in, is out at second base, and Brad Brock will face Pablo Sandoval.
Brad was recalled yesterday from Tucson. Had a nice ERA in relief, 2.84 for Brad. Those in 33 relief appearances in the old Pueblo.
Last year for Tucson, they moved to El Paso next year.
So no minor league baseball, no baseball anymore in the old Pueblo. It's kind of sad.
Sandoval turns it around, hits left-handed. That's where he has clubbed 9 of his 10 home runs this year from the left side.
Well, in the Padre uniform for Brad Brock, just allowed 1 earned run his last 12 2/3 innings pitched, so he's pitched well.
That ball hit high to right field. Venable starts in, now has to go back. That one carrying well to the wall and gone. Oh my. Venable actually started in on the ball thinking it was just a routine fly, and after a huge drought, Sandoval finally circles the bases. His second home run in 81 games. And the Giants, 4 home runs, their biggest home run game of the season, lead it 8-2.
That was unbelievable. When you look at the trajectory of the ball, look at Will. Will, actually, you're right, Dick. He came in a step and a half, maybe 2 steps. Drifting, looks at the wall, and just over the wall. Let's see how close it is. That was close.
Hundley can't quite get to that foul off the bat of Brett Pill. 3 2-run shots from the Giants today. Venable gets to the jack deck, and it goes right beyond. There's about a 3-foot pad there between the wall fronting right field, and the jack deck, and hit right on that little piece of property. So that closes the book on Eric Stoltz. 7 of the runs charged to him, all earned. 9 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Solo shot Crawford, and 2-run homers from Pence, from Sanchez, and now Sandoval. He'll take it. It's been a long, lean time for the home run, and strike 3 the call on Brett Pill. But the Giants get 3 more, and at the halfway mark lead by a half dozen.
Black gave us a little more information on the starting rotation for this weekend. As we told you yesterday, Burch Smith will get the start on Friday. Then you'll see Tyson Ross on Saturday. But it was that Sunday spot that was up for debate between Ian Kennedy and Andrew Cashner. Looks like now Kennedy will get the start, and Bud said they'll push back Cashner to Tuesday in Philly. That gives him 9 days rest. Remember, he threw the highest pitches in his entire career with 119 in Los Angeles. So just gives Cash a little more rest, and Bud said going forward they won't do anything different with this pitch count in that Tuesday start in Philly, guys. They're just going to try to keep monitoring him as the season goes along and make sure that he stays feeling good. But right now, Andrew Cashner still wants to get back out there on the mound as much as possible.
Oh, he debated heartily. He was not happy about the news at all. But sometimes others away from you know what's best. He's pitched more innings than ever, and so let's not hurry things along. He's a valued property. There's the pitching matchups then for the Colorado series. Nicasio, Smith, Chatwood, and Ross, and Bettis 0-3 against Kennedy. Ground ball into right field. Base hit for Amarista. Padres' 6th hit.
Looked like a fastball down. I mean, way down. Nearly picking that one off the ground for the base knock.
Brings up Jerko, hit by a pitch and doubled to center field. 5 home runs in the game, 4 by the Giants, and a solo by Ronnie Cedeno for San Diego. This warm weather creates a totally different ballpark, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Hey, parts of the county here we mentioned in the hundreds. We've got Las Vegas beat. Only 99 in Vegas today. How about that? How do you like them apples? Two
2-0 to Jerko.
We actually got fans in Vegas watching today's game.
Yeah, that big coverage in Vegas here on Fox Sports San Diego. A lot of our good fans following the Padres and National League action.
Cox Channel 96 in Las Vegas. Enjoying the big league ball game.
That's a strike, 3-1. And Marista leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th. Splitter, 3-2. Ground ball, should be 2. There's 1. Back to first, a 5-4-3 double play. Padres have hit into a couple of double plays today, and 2 outs will bring up Chase Headley, and time for the Saquon Vacation stat of the game. Most career strikeouts by a pitcher since 2007. How about that list? Verlander, Lincecum, Sabathia. Boy, almost 1,500 strikeouts for Lincecum, and he's only 29. Chase Headley has walked and lined to second.
There's one of the few curveballs we've seen this afternoon from Lincecum. Showing it early.
Splitter. 2 strikes to Headley.
Curveball, splitter. Chase Headley's thinking, okay, what's next?
I'm guessing fastball wasted.
Yeah, it's not going to be a strike though, right? Huh?
Right. Set up another splitter. That ball hit well to right field, and Pence looks up, and that ball sailing out of here. Headley with a home run. Home run derby at Petco on this sunny Wednesday afternoon. Been a long time for Headley. That's number 9. And the score, 8-3 San Francisco.
0-2 mistake. It was, in fact, a split finger fastball from Lincecum right down the middle. Chase Headley pulling it. And you're right, Dick. The ball is a jumping.
Headley's last home run was on July 7th, over 100 at-bats ago. Yeah, that double play, Jerko's double play ball took the Padres out of a possible big inning here. July 27th, the last home run hit by Headley. Good to see him get back on that home run stroke.
Yeah.
Had that great August and September last year. Player of the month in the National League both months, and finished with 31 homers, 115 runs batted in. This has got to be the biggest home run game of the season for the Padres, a total of 6. Guzman chases. Put out will be recorded at first base, and the inning is over. The Padres get a run on 2 hits. Headley's home run makes it 8-3 San Francisco. by Ronnie Cedeno of the Padres. That came in the second inning to make it 2-0. Padres had scored a run in the first inning, but the Giants came roaring back against Eric Stoltz. Hunter Pence delivered his home run into the second deck and left. Number 18 on the season, and Hector Sanchez, the catcher, subbing for Buster Posey, hits a 2-run shot. Number 3 for him. And Pablo Sandoval and Chase Headley, the 2 third basemen, both in home run droughts, both get their home run monkey off the back with home runs as well. It's 8-3 as Brad Brock ready to go to work in the 6th inning. Hector Sanchez to lead it off, then Crawford and Lincecum. Sanchez has fly to right and homered to deep center field.
This is why pitchers today really have to concentrate on missing way down in the zone, or if you're going to go up in the zone, make sure you get it up and out to where you can't get hurt. Easier said than done.
Brock in relief of Eric Stoltz. Pitch to Sandoval, who homered just over that right field fence. Waved at and missed. A changeup.
Oh, how nice.
Going Homa to Roma. Foul back. 2-2. Swept. Just foul. Do you enjoy astronomy? Are you fascinated?
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
I think
very fascinated by it.
Yeah, I was too as a youngster. I loved to study about the planets. Did you know that there's one planet that rotates clockwise? Only one.
Everything else is counter.
Yeah, Venus rotates clockwise, and Venus is often associated with females, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess they've always been taking the right turn.
Uranus? Is that the one?
No, Venus.
Venus is. Oh, I thought you were asking me. I thought you. Okay.
Swing and a miss by.
I had my head somewhere else.
Never mind. Time for a Fox Sports 1 game break. Back at Petco Park, where the score is 8-3 San Francisco. Brandon Crawford with a solo home run for the first Giants run in the 3rd.
You know what I think is cool is when they have those cameras at night and they're facing up right on a clear night and they leave the shutter open, right, so you see the path of the stars. That's pretty cool. But no, I'm fascinated by that geography and astronomy. I can look, Dick. I can open up a map of the United States when it's big. I can just stare at it and just look.
What's the capital of Michigan?
Lansing. That's right.
Very good.
Lansing.
Okay. 2-0.
I was going to say Armada.
Very good. Yeah, Armada may be the apple capital of Michigan, where I grew up. Two and 1 to Crawford. In there. Outside. Brandon Crawford with his 9th home run of the season off Eric Stoltz. At the time it was 2-0 Padres. Clipped it off the shaft of the golf club out there and right. Fouled into the glove of Hundley, strike 3. So that's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Brad Brock since he gave up the home run to Sandoval.
Down and away, location of the fastball. That's what Brad Brock did when he went down to Tucson. Like all the pitchers, got to command that, and he does that so well on that last pitch.
Lincecum has struck out both times.
You know what I often think about? You're already starting to laugh. Like when we see the moon at night, right?
Right.
We only see one side. What's on the other side? Like, you know, a shopping mall or, you know, Jimmy Hoffa? Yeah. I mean, what's...
Maybe a ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't know. Got to bring up one of the astronauts. What I'm fascinated by is when you get those high-powered telescopes, you look beyond into those galaxies and they figure one hopper to Headley at third, and Lincecum won't run that out. He's gone. And the Giants, welcome to planet Earth. We'll be right back. Baseball on Fox Sports San Diego, brought to you by Sequan. Real friendly, real close. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse.
Have you ever tried to surf, Professor?
Never have. Have you?
Yes.
How were you?
I was terrible. I was in the PCL with the Phoenix Giants. We made our trip to Hawaii for the week, and we went out one day, and I just couldn't stand up on a surfboard. No chance.
I just never have liked the water. I almost drowned when I was young, and I can swim.
Right.
But I'll let the others try that. Nick Hundley leads off the sixth inning for the Padres. He struck out and grounded into a double play. Ground ball to short. Crawford makes short work of that ground out. And that'll bring up Ramon Fuentes.
You know, I just thought of. No, this is something like I know fans get a chance sometimes to get on the field, like Fan Fest, right?
Right.
Because it just occurred to me, Brandon Crawford moves to his left to field that ground ball and throw to first base. You know, on TV, we kind of get desensitized sometimes on how quickly the game is and how long of a throw it is for a shortstop. Mm-hmm. For fans to get the chance to go out at shortstop and then look over to first base and realize just how far of a throw that is, to put it in perspective.
Yeah, it's we do sterilize it. Television sterilizes all sports.
Yeah.
Right.
And how strong of an arm you need when you go into the hole to the right or left to make an accurate throw.
2 strikes and the ball skips away. I thought that often, the very same comment about tennis. You know, that fans get a chance to sit down on the court and watch Serena Williams hit a tennis ball. And when you're watching on television, it just, hey, that's a nice stroke and all, but the power, is diffused by television. You get the same with sitting at courtside in a basketball game.
Yes.
Or being on the sidelines on a kickoff at the NFL. Oh, my goodness. The collisions of those 22 players. 2-2 in the dirt to Fuentes. Jose Majares and Gene Machi throwing in the bullpen. 100th pitch coming up from Lincecum. 148 in his no-hitter back in July here. Slap foul. Lincecum giving up 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 solo homers. While Eric Stoltz, a couple of 2-run homers and a solo shot by Crawford, and then Brad Brock coming in, and he was touched up for a 2-run homer by Sandoval. All 4, didn't miss by much. Time now for a freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Cedeno, a solo home run back in the 2nd inning.
Well, he got his hands through nicely. Look at that, Dick. On contact, right on the sweet spot. I don't think he could have squared that one up any better.
Almost looked like the bat itself was caving in on contact, which it does. Cedeno hitting safely in 11 of the last 12 games for the Padres. 2nd home run this week. One and one. Logan Forsythe is in the on-deck circle. Pitcher due next. And Brad Boxberger starting to throw in the Padre bullpen. Line to center, but it's carrying and caught by Perez. Well struck, but for the 2nd out. And here's Forsythe. See, I don't want you to miss the point about that astronomy, because when you go home and talk to Mary tonight, I want you to tell her, did you know that Venus is the only planet that rotates clockwise? And that just proves the fact, because Venus associated with women, that you women are always going the right way. See? That's the whole point.
Well, I don't know about that, Professor.
Well, then call your divorce lawyer. Good luck. Outside to Forsythe.
Hey, Logan Forsythe going back to the prospect look. Looks like walking right out of the halls of University of Arkansas. Clean shaven.
Yeah, lack of base hits will do that to your growth. Runner goes. And Fuentes has his first major league steal. Ball goes out to center field, but no advance by Fuentes. 2nd steal. They had one in Dodger Stadium as well. That's his 2nd.
Good to see that speed and pick the perfect pitch, because Sanchez had to go to his right. It was not a good pitch to handle. The short hop and playing it safe, even though that ball goes into center field. Down by 5.
Chance to chip away here. Forsythe hitting .215 and 16 runs batted in. 3-1. Will Venable and the top of the batting order coming up. splitter.
Yeah, he's got the feel for that one.
.110th pitch about to be delivered by Lincecum. Full count on Forsythe. Stays alive. And ball 4. A couple of walks from Lincecum here in the 6th. 4 total plus a hit batsman, and that'll take him out of the game as Bruce Bochy makes the jaunt out to the mound. And he's going to go to the bullpen. 111 pitches for Lincecum. He'll leave with 2 on, and the Giants in front 8-3. Walking Fuentes and Forsythe, and the new pitcher is Jose Mijares for the Giants. Left-hander in to pitch to the left-handed swinging Will Venable. Venable a single, strikeout, and a pop-up. One swing and the Padres right back in the game. 8-3 Giants.
Yeah, with the way the ball's jumping this afternoon.
Ripped into right field. That'll get 1 run home as Fuentes is around third to score. Into third goes Forsythe, and it's 8-4 as Venable delivers. He greets Mijares with a solid single.
And wasting no time. We mentioned it before. Lefty on lefty. Breaking ball. It's a hanger, and that's a mistake. And Will Venable should crush those mistakes. He's that good. Some speed on the bases. Padres add 1. Another key two-out hit would be nice here.
Padres were 1 for 7 runners in scoring position until that base knock and RBI by Venable, who's hit the half 100 mark. That's his 50th run batted in this year. Amarista has a single in 3 at-bats. First and third with 2 out. Run charge to Lincecum. Ooh, that one got Sanchez, the catcher. Good old mask.
Wow.
The jaw.
It looked like it got him in the left shoulder and then kind of into the face. Wow.
Checking to make sure you've got all those molars in place. (8-4) the Giants lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The runner at third, Forsythe, belongs to Lincecum. And Maharis responsible for Venable. One strike to Amarista. Just joining us, the Padres with a run in the first, another in the second on Cedeno's second Padre home run. Then the Giants unleashed their home run swing. Line to left field, slicing toward the line, and fair ball into the corner. That's going to get one run home, and it's 8-5 as Amarista delivers a double. That scores Forsythe.
How about back-to-back lefties making some noise here, and Amarista gets a breaking ball in. Watch the hands come through. Inside out. How close to the line? Oh, kicks up some chalk.
Eat some chalk. So here comes Bochy. Can't be happy with Maharis' performance. Comes in to face two left-handers and gives up the RBI single to Venable and an RBI double from Amarista. And the Padres will have the tying run coming to the plate.
Giants, and as a reminder, Friday on Fox Sports San Diego, catch a new episode of Padres POV. Our own Laura McKeeman and the crew going to take an inside look at the Padres from their point of view. Padres POV continues Friday on Fox Sports San Diego, presented by Sycuan Casino.
That'll be a nice preview. Coach McCoy, as the Chargers get ready to host the Houston Texans on Monday night at Qualcomm Stadium. John Machi, not Gene Maki. He has asked everyone to pronounce his name, John Machi. Hard-throwing right-hander appearing in his 40th game. He was in on the Monday night game and worked 2 scoreless, hitless innings and struck out 2.
Boy, a key 2-out walk by Logan Forsythe, a great plate appearance, and then back-to-back hits off lefties, from lefties.
Big opportunity here for Jerko. 2 men in scoring position. Base hit makes it a 1-run game. Outside, ball 1. Jerko hit by a pitch, doubled off Lincecum, and grounded into a double play.
Machi throws the fastball, a split finger, which is his secondary pitch, like Tim Lincecum, and then an occasional slider.
High strike, 1-1. That was a splitter. On deck, Chase Headley. Homered his last time. Venable at third, Amarista at second. 8-5, the Giants lead. 2 outs here in the 6th. Good take there. 2-1. Tough pitch to lay off. 6 home runs in the game, 4 by the Giants. 2-run shots by Pence, Sandoval, and Sanchez, and a solo from Crawford. Padres solo homers Cedeno and Headley.
Let's make it 8 right here.
Off speed right there.
He had a
Jerko.
fat one too.
Nick Vincent getting ready. Late Wednesday afternoon, melting into early Wednesday evening here at Petco Park in San Diego. Line foul. That would have scored 2.
Well, let's see if he went back to the split finger. Yes, it was, and it was tumbling, and it was hanging, and a little bit too quick. And look out, Will Venable. He had to do the limbo rock. He had to duck out of the way of that one.
Outside, and the count is full. Headley with a line out and a home run today as he's returned to the lineup after 6 days with a sore back. Struck him out. Got him on a high pitch. Split finger just above the shoulders. But the Padres score a couple runs on a couple of hits and 2 walks. And after 6 here at Petco, Giants 8, Padres 5.
Friends with you. Eric Stultz gets the start, but the long ball bit him 3 times. The Giants went deep off Stultz and then one more off Brad Brock.
Yeah, we talked about Eric Stultz and the struggles that he's had. The last win, July 14th, is because of location. He's missing location. He doesn't have the bite on his breaking ball. He's not getting ahead of the hitters, but you can see some of these balls if it was flying out today, Mike.
Well, the Padres offense starting to awaken, picking up a 5 spot, as I mentioned, trailing right now 8-5. When we see in the post-game show, you're going to hear from Buddy Black as well. And one of the segments from the pregame show, we have to rerun. Mark Grant, great interview with Houston Street. He's a ton of fun, so we're going to show you a little bit more of that coming up after the final out, guys.
All right, Mike and Mark, as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and Brad Boxberger comes in out of the bullpen for the Padres, recently recalled from Tucson with the expanded roster to 40.
Well, his 5th time around in a Padre uniform, Dick, back and forth, but he's not going to complain. Try to hold the Giants at 8.
Okay, Padres get 2 back in the 6th inning and had the tying run to the plate. Jerko on a 3-2 pitch, swings and misses with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Arias slices that one to right. That'll fall in foul territory. Diaz a couple of hits and 3 at bats. Fans enjoying Park at the Park. Two strikes on Arias. Stultz went 4 2/3, 7 runs all earned, 9 hits, 3 of them home runs. No walks and 4 strikeouts. Lincecum, 111 pitches, 5 2/3, 5 runs, all earned, 7 hits, 4 walks, and a hit batsman. He struck out 5. Broken bat looper behind second, but Jerko can get out there to squeeze it. Brings up Juan Perez. 0 for 3 today, but he did steal a base after safe on a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. Fastball at 89. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So after the game today, off day tomorrow, youngsters can gather their energy and save it for the weekend against the Colorado Rockies Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Beer Fest night on Friday. Only 10 more games left on the home schedule as you look at the Giants box score today. Arias with a couple, Pence with 2, including a 2-run homer. Sandoval a 2-run homer. Sanchez a 2-run shot.
That's unbelievable. 10 more home games.
It's gone quickly, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Line drive, right field, base hit. Perez has his first. And that's the 11th hit today for the Giants. Everyone in the lineup except the pitcher's spot with a base hit for San Francisco. Brandon Belt singled and scored back in the 4th. Came in on Hunter Pence's home run. That's the blow that gave the Giants the lead, 3-2. Colorado this weekend, and then the Dodgers on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd a weekend, and Arizona for 4, 23, 24, 25, and 26 to conclude the home schedule. And then the Padres end the season in San Francisco on the 27th, 8th, and 9th. Belt had a single and a double last night in 5 at bats. Had a single and an RBI double on Monday night and a walk and a single today. Good series for him. He does look like an improved hitter. That new stance and grip on the bat that you pointed out.
Looks more free and easy with his swing. He's getting to the baseball. He's using the whole field. Hey, hitting in the number 3 spot. Bruce Bochy thinks the same way. Need to move him up in the order.
Play first base and the outfield. And in the future, he may be doing both. They want Posey to play more first base just to ease the burden of being a catcher and all the rigors of that position. And they would move Belt to the outfield. Some talk that Ryan McCann, he's going to be a free agent, that Giants are very interested in the Atlanta catcher. Would free up Posey to play more first base. Ground ball into right field, almost hit Perez. He's on his way to third as Venable plays it in, and the Giants have runners at the corners with one out here in the 7th. They have their hitting close on today.
Oh, Belt, 2 hits yesterday, 2 today, and that ball nearly hits Perez. That ball comes up on him. It's going to hit him in the leg or the foot or the knee, and he would then be out, but not the case there.
Belt a pair of hits in all 3 games of the series, and that'll bring up Hunter Pence, who's already had a big day, a 2-run homer, RBI double, and he scored 2 runs. Now with 18 homers and 72 runs batted in on the year, Hunter Pence. Looks at a high fastball. That's in there.
Boy, Brett Boxberger ever needed a ground ball for a chance at a double play, it's right here. Hold those Giants at 8.
The attendance 15,762 today. One of the smallest crowds of the season, understandably. School back in session Wednesday afternoon. But the fans who have arrived have seen a lot of action. 6 home runs. Boxberger trying to hold the Giants here with a 3-run lead, 8-5. Give the Padres a chance, 3 innings to go. There's the double play chance. Cedeno to second, back to first. A double play. 6-4-3, and it had to be quick because Pence hustling hard up the line. Made to order. Right to Cedeno. The jerk going on to Guzman for the double play.
Rays 8-5, and time now to update our AT&T Twitter poll results. We asked you, what is the toughest position to replace? And here's how it all plays out. The tweeters have spoken, and it looks like they go with the pitcher, but this one's pretty close. The catcher, 40%, so just 3% under that. Shortstop with 9%, and center fielder with 8%. So, Mark Grant, they didn't go with your shortstop vote, but the pitcher, the toughest position to replace on the field.
Well, the toughest position here in the ballpark may be the broadcast booth because Mark Grant is gone. So I'm voting for Grant. I mean, the man has to give himself some exercise, get out of this burning booth here at Petco.
No, the 43% for the pitcher, huh?
Oh, so you were listening, huh?
Yeah. Best athlete out there.
Chase Headley against Sandy Rosario. Rosario, one of the many pitchers now available to Bruce Bochy's. Got a bullpen that's packed.
Oh, yeah, they got a village down there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 pitchers in the pen. 40th appearance.
Rosario's a 3-pitch pitcher. Fastball, slider, change. Change-ups for left-handed hitters. There's one right there.
Headley back in the lineup after missing a half dozen games with a bad back, has walked, lined to second, and homered. Rosario came up with the Marlins in 2010, 3 years with them, and then signed off waivers by San Francisco last December. 2-2. Padres need 3 to tie. 8-5, the Giants. 7 of the 8 runs knocked in on home runs. In the dirt, and Headley has the count full.
Hey, wouldn't you know it? Had Chase Headley back in the lineup today, and what do you know? Full count. Full count.
Didn't he walk on a 3-2 pitch back in the first inning?
I think he may
probably
have.
did. Yeah,
You know?
he did. High fly ball left field, a long run, and out of play. Francisco Peguero, by the way, is now in left field for the Giants.
You look at the way that Rosario was trying to pitch Chase. Everything's away, outer half of the plate, up and down, and outer half.
Headley, then Guzman and Hundley here in the last of the 7th. High fly ball hit well to center. Perez drifting back to the warning path, and at the edge of the track makes the catch. Good ride given to that one by Headley for the first time.
Now under it just a little bit too much.
Guzman, infield hit, a walk and a strikeout. Dodgers and Colorado, 1 inning, 1-1. So Volquez he gives up a run the first inning to the Rockies. Good break to that one.
Slider.
Anxious to see Bert Smith again on Friday night against the Rockies. Juan Nicasio.
Yeah, me too.
Got a taste of him. You could see he's got terrific arm. And
second time around, right? He, just thrown into the fire there. Getting a start. And look, he can't wait to grab that rock.
Good looking young man.
Back to the minor leagues, working on some things. Nice, familiar with wearing that big league uniform and being in the big league clubhouse and the whole big league life. So hopefully it's a good one.
Ground ball pulled foul. So he'll get a shot at winning his first major league game on Friday night. Hope you'll join us. It'll be a Beer Fest night starting at 5 o'clock in the Park at the Park. 5:30, 5 o'clock for the activities pregame, and then 6:30 our telecast will begin on Fox Sports San Diego with Padres Live. 2-2 now. Saturday, a 5:40 game, 5 o'clock, Fox Sports San Diego. Tyson Ross against Tyler Chatwood, who's 7-4. And now we know that it's Ian Kennedy to pitch on Sunday. 3-1 as a Padre. That ball hit well to left center field. Again, Perez going back to the warning path and makes the catch. So a couple of long outs by Headley and Guzman, 2 gone. And that brings up Nick Hundley. Going to give you some homework, Mr. Grant.
All right.
All right. You got your notebook out?
I'm ready.
Talking with Andrew Kashner.
Okay.
And he says that a duck's, he's a big hunter,
right,
and likes to go game hunting. A duck's quack doesn't echo. And I want you to go and do your research, and I want you to report on Friday, why does a duck's quack not echo?
Really?
You don't have to try to think about it now. I know it's going to take some research. You keep asking the teacher tough questions, the teacher's going to make you do a little homework.
I've never heard that one before, so this intrigues me.
1-0 to Hundley.
Can you smell the wood burning?
There's got to be a joke in there somewhere, I know, but that's not the intent. Line to right field and another long drive, and it's Pence to the path. So all 3 hitters, Headley, Guzman, and Hundley, hit it a long way, but for outs. Back of the Padres, they can look down on the field and see the action while they enjoy the cocktail hour as we check our Fan Diego fans of the game here at Petco today. Double play combination there.
I'm still kind of thinking about that duck quack. That question, how you doing, asked me earlier. And you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you out on it. I'm going to say it does echo. I'm going to say that's a wives' tale. I'm saying that's false.
Well, then you better get some evidence of that because you're trying to avoid a little bit of homework.
I'm going to go capture a duck in Alpine down on Palo Verde Lake.
Hold it by its
and I'm going to bring it
wattles
to the yard and have him quack.
Sandoval leads it off in the 8th inning. Boxberger, and that ball drilled to left field, the opposite field. Will it stay in the yard? No, into the first row. So Sandoval, believe it or not, and we were puzzled by the fact that he'd hit 1 home run the last 80 games, hits 2 today. And it's now 9-5 San Francisco.
Well, that ball got out in a hurry. High changeup away off the plate. If taken, it's a ball. And look at the power that Sandoval generates on that stiff front leg, driving those legs into the ground, going opposite field. Look out.
That equals a home run record here at Petco Park. The Mariners hit 5 home runs on May 30th in a 7-1 win. 5 homers today. 2 by Pablo Sandoval. His 11th and 12th of the year. This is the first at bat for Francisco Peguero as he replaced Brett Pill in left field. Now Stoltz gave up 3. Brad Brock a homer, and now 1 tossed up by Boxberger. Stoltz gave up. Yes, 3. And then Brock came in and gave up the home run relieving Stoltz. So it's a happy dugout there. Nothing like a home run ball to please your teammates and yourself as Peguero goes down swinging. First strikeout for Boxberger. Well, after 2 tied pitchers duels and the Padres winning 4-1 on Monday and 3-2 last night, the hitters center stage on this Wednesday afternoon. A hot day and the ball flying. There's no question a couple of those home runs, both of Sandoval's at night, would not have gone. They were both first row. In fact, the one to right field didn't even make it to the jack deck. It hit the top of the fence. Sanchez rolls out to second. 2 away. Brings up Crawford. He hit the first Giants home run of the 5 in the 3rd inning. A solo shot off the golf club shaft that anchors the foul pole in right. USC against UCLA in this matchup. Boxberger the Trojan and Crawford the Bruin.
A couple of good ones right there for the Giants. Matt Cain on the left, Buster Posey getting the day off on the right. Perfect game, MVP.
Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Crawford.
Yeah,
with the talent. Yeah, when you talk about the talent, there's the finger that is going to lose that fingernail. Ring finger from a pitch that hit him last night as he was catching. When you examine the roster of the Giants and realize these are the reigning World Series champions. When they start tonight, last place National League West, 61 and 77. It's hard to imagine